Kindness matters and friendship counts. You can care for others when you believe in yourself. Take a few steps forward, know you're special inside you.
This is the Stop Bullying with Toley Ranz podcast series coming to you live from Sedona, Arizona, and I am your host, Anka Wolf. Hello and welcome to our today's program with the topic, How an Effective Parent Raises Strong Kids in a Screwed Up World Without Flying Off the Handle. It's so good to be with you. Toley Ranz is getting to be quite known and beloved with press and major network coverage, not only national, but also internationally. So don't miss out. Let your kids get to know Toley Ranz now. Go to toleyranz.com. But for today, we speak about the stuck-at-home effective parent strategy. It's a strategy to raise kids in a way they become strong and full of inner self-power. Yes, and we are living right now in a screwed up world, and it takes everything to not flying off the handle or reaching the limits. So let me ask you, has your frustration reached the limits as a parent or even teacher? Are you at the end of your rope? Feel like you have no place to go? Is this you? Please relax. Come join us and take a look at these strategies to self-power for parents and teachers. You know, in all this uncertainty, stress, frustration, and anxieties you and your kids go through, in all of it, I need you to tell yourself, you come first. You are the most important person in your life. Your self-care comes first. Doesn't that already sound better? I know it does. That's why we created the Effective Parent Strategy within the Toley Ranz program. I will share a little bit more of the details at the end of this podcast. So here are the few details to get an understanding to this vital information about how to remain sane. I do believe that we all need to have something we can hold on to, and we need help. Each one of us does need help, and we shouldn't be afraid or should be hesitating to ask for it. Okay, let's open up here. Parent self-care. Self-care begins with realizing the challenges, the overwhelming feelings of stress and anxieties that come with kids, and not only as a parent, but that comes with the process of raising kids in a difficult time. You know, helping others reaching calmness, inner strength, and soul harmony requires that these values are present in ourselves. So let me share with you what this program provides for you. We're going to take steps to being leaving guilt and shame behind. And we focus on gaining self-power over stress and anxieties. Moreover, this program leads to inner strength and conquering being blocked and being helpless. I'm pretty sure you are like me, just want to find emotional peace, don't you? Then just embrace what I am offering you here. This is your one-stop guide. So, Here we go. One of the most important aspects of helping children is that we, the parents, teachers, and grandparents, are solid in our feelings about ourselves. I know it's not always simple. However, it is possible to achieve it, especially now during the pandemic and the social restrictions. Simply ask yourself, am I taking care of my soul? Am I realizing that also I have limits? Am I managing my time efficiently? Then, when we do take care of ourselves, and only then can we teach our kids how to stand up to bullying and succeed in school, life, and business. Why do you think that we can only then, when we have the know-how, teach it to our kids? Well, in the end effect, we would be modeling it, right? So in order to help our kids, we need to know ourselves, our inner thoughts, our feelings. Remember, your child only cares about one single thing: getting their needs met. Once you understand this, you'll shift your focus from how do I get them to stop this or that, or how do I get them to comply? And you will be asking, what is it my child needs right now? And once whatever need your child has is met, all the emotion melts away. And then kids are able to use age-appropriate logic and reason to comply with whatever request you have. And here is how you do it. First, it starts with becoming an emotional detective when a breakdown happens. Yes, as the emotional detective, you'll find out why your child has the breakdown, why the child does not comply with your requests. And then you look deeper into the what caused it, and the why and the what together. That is when you discover the way into your child's feelings, and you detect what turned your child into this little one you can't control right now. You're the detective. Find out what caused it. Be curious. And by getting curious instead of furious, you can quickly assess the situation and begin asking the right questions. And that can let you determine what it is your child needs at that moment. I grant you, it can be hard for us adults to verbalize that what we want in all situations, what we think. And it's hard sometimes to express it. Don't you agree? So can you imagine how much more difficult it is for a small child? We all know that they only have a fraction of our vocabulary and have far less understanding of their own emotions. So we, the parents, grandparents, and teachers, need to guide them through the emotion. So next, you need to get a clear understanding of frustration and anger. But here comes the trick. Of frustration and anger, both yours and your child's. Yep, yours too. What is it? Where does it come from? What should you do with it or for it? Ask yourself, what do I need as the parent right now? In any frustration situation or any situation that is full of anger, sadness, maybe even temper tantrums, we, the adult, we ought to ask ourselves, what do I need right now? Is it cooperation? Or do I need to feel being heard? Or do I need help with chores? Do I need them to do their homework? Or is my fragile nerve system impacted by stress and frustration? And therefore, it's not connected with my children. Listen to yourself. Because after understanding what you need, you can then begin to get a handle on what it is your child needs by asking the right questions. And finally, the third step, you can avoid many of the common frustrations you experience by setting mutual agreed upon limits or chores, or even a family time management with time blocks for work, leisure, and play. You need to do these plannings in advance. It's very interesting when you speak with your children. Let's plan. Oh yeah, you can hear them. No, plan with them. You might even call it a family or one-on-one contract, which is a binding agreement, and you can do an honor handshake. That already teaches them that a so-called contract is binding. A handshake is an honor, verbal contract. Very, very important for children to learn that and learn to respect it. And that's just, think how much you can teach them with this actual small exercise. The exercise of having an agreement or a contract between you and your children. And believe me, my experience shows that children 4, 5, 6 years old are not too young for that. Of course, you have to use age-appropriate wording, but believe me, I did it in the classrooms. It works. To me, it's exciting. Don't you think so too? Now, these agreements or contracts you have created together, they do eliminate negotiations that can take place in a moment when limits are broken, when kids want to negotiate with you of going outside or not doing homework or whatever they are coming up with. You can always refer to their contract they handshaked on or even signed. So these negotiations are usually starting when frustration sets in. And when you do have those contracts or agreements, that eliminates those negotiations, which, of course, leaves a stress-free moment for you. And accumulating these moments, oh gosh, it feels good. It allows both parties, or all the parties involved, to have a clear understanding of what happens next. It works, and it works because it takes all the charge out of the moment, and it gives you, the parent or grandparent, the time and space you need to explore what's really happening and causing the emotional breakdown. And please remember, This is the emotional breakdown or the situation we're speaking about is not only because of the children. Most times when we take a step back, it lies deep in ourselves, in us, the parents, the adults. And when we can see this and when we can truly take a look at ourselves, you can solve these moments with very, very little effort. And when you take the charge of out of those moments, it gives you the time and space, as I said. And then you discovered what really happened. Were you yourself on the edge? And then instead of taking it personally and responding with big emotions of your own, you can refer to the agreement. And that is when, sometimes in hostile or ugly moments, you can step in with patience, understanding, and empathy. And you are the one who is modeling how to handle big emotions. And that will help the children when they go back to school and into life itself. You can practice this now while you're at home. I can promise you in the future, the breakdowns become fewer and fewer. The secret is modeling for them how to navigate the big emotions that cause those strong, energy-laden moments. By doing it yourself. Yes, and yes again. It's all about your self-care. Remember, you come first. Your emotional well-being must be a priority in helping your kids, period. If you're okay, they're okay. And I know you have noticed that when you're nervous and short in answers, your kids react to your energy, your actions. Now you already know about this whole program has an acute and very important protagonist, Toley Ranz. Toley Ranz is the innovative teaching tool and conversation aid for any parent wanting to reach their child and bring out harmony in a stress-filled so a stress-filled life becomes stress-free and most of all fear-free. That's very, very important. I always say, come Toley Ranz with us. Toley Ranz is any parent's teaching aid and helper because Toley Ranz, this whimsical cartoon character turned talking plush toy, is an aid. It bridges the tension between parent and child or teacher and child and is the mediator, the go-between. And any parent and child ought to have Toley Ranz in their midst. So let me say in closing, I really would like for you to know that we have created and posted videos for children and how to prevent and deal with coronavirus. Toley Ranz talks in details and gives a little laughter. Go ahead and check it out on our YouTube channel called Talking Corona with Kids. That is on www.toleyranz.com and on also Facebook /Toley Ranz. please know that I'd love to hear from you. Connect with me for any question or information and send an email to info@toleyranz.com. In closing, I'm saying thank you to you. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me. I'm signing off this week with a heartfelt aho.
Kindness matters and friendship counts. You can care